not.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being on today. We're going to be getting this call started in the next 4 minutes. We'll be getting the interpretation line set up in the next minute as well. And thank you guys so much for being on. All right, guys, just a quick update. Our translation lines, our interpretation lines just went live into Spanish and into Hindi. So please select your audio language. We'll be getting started here in 1 minute. Thank you. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being on. This is just a quick audio and visual check. I want to do a sound check on the Spanish line, the Hindi line, the English, and also a visual check. Let me know if you guys can see my screen, and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right, thank you so much, everybody, for being on. This is Joe Martinez, founder and CEO of IX Global, and welcome to today's X-Node training. Today's training call will just be a more of a focus on how-tos and question and answers. So interpreters, translators, people listening in other languages, please be patient with us. We're going to try to go as slow as we can, okay? So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to go through the first 5 to 10 minutes of this training. I'm going to go over some material. From then, we will switch over to a question and answer session, okay? So if you guys have any questions, anything of that sort, I will take the most frequently asked questions and I will answer them. If I do not get to your question, do not be offended. Do not send it 100 million times in the chat. I will answer as many as I can, okay? So if you guys are all ready to start off this training, if you guys could, in the chat box, if you guys could go ahead and put me the number 5, let me know you guys are ready to go. All right, looks like those number 5s are coming in. Looks like everybody's ready to go for this training. Thank you so much for all the interaction there. I love it. I love it. I love it. Seeing 2,000 people connected for our X-Node training. So amazing. All right, guys. So first and foremost, as you guys know, I want to go over a couple notes just in case you guys missed any of this information on this week's global call. Wait, let me see if I got the right presentation. There we go. All right. So this week's global call, we went over a few administrative notes. Okay. This is for information. We did this on the global call. I'm going to repeat it just in case anybody wasn't on the global call or anyone wasn't on the or didn't watch the recording. So first and foremost, you as an individual purchaser, you must activate your X-Node license, okay? You must do it by following the steps on your screen. From your back office, go to products. From go to products, locate the X-Node dashboard. You must set up your DebtBox profile by clicking on the temp credentials. Copy paste those credentials in, set up your password, get your mnemonic phrase, your seed phrases. From there, you'll log into DebtBox and you'll go into the X-Node dashboard and activate your license, okay? Pretty simple process. We've had thousands of people already doing this, but this is just as a reminder, okay? Number 2, bullet point number 2, the most common issues with DebtBox credentials. The biggest issues that we're seeing are people changing their email ID in IX. If you change your email and ID in IX, after you've already enrolled or after you've already signed up, DebtBox will not get that update, okay? So DebtBox will have your old email on file, but unfortunately it causes a conflict between the IX system and the DebtBox system. So please, I'm asking you, do not change your email ID in IX, okay? Set up your entire node, your entire DebtBox profile before you try to do anything, okay? So that's number 1. That's probably one of the biggest support tickets that we get, changing your email ID after the fact, okay? Real quick, guys, I'm going to take a pause here. I want to make sure our Spanish lines are up and running. Quiero asegurar que el idioma de español está bien porque tengo algunas personas en el chat que dice que no está el lenguaje de español. If you can confirm, si pueden confirmar, si pueden escuchar en español, no mi voz, pero el voz del traductor. ¿Sí está? Okay, bueno. Let's go. All right. Let's go, señor. Okay, listo. The third point here is license assignments and activation. Right now, we are probably on about a 24 to 48 hour delay. I always say allow up to 3 business days, okay? 3 business days for your license to be assigned to your Xnode dashboard. Remember, guys, Xnode is on the IX side, okay? NatG dashboard or DebtBox dashboard, that's on the DebtBox side. Remember, there's 2 different companies working together here. So allow up to 3 days, business days, before you start sending support tickets, okay? Again, let me say that again. Allow up to 3 business days before you send a support ticket. If it's been more than 3 business days since you placed your order, you still haven't got your NatG or your Black Gold license, then and only then send a ticket to support, okay? And guys, do not send 10 tickets, do not send 20 tickets, send 1 ticket, please, because sending multiple tickets for the same issue is bogging down my support staff, okay? So please be cautious, give us up to 3 days. If you don't see it in 3 days, then send in a support ticket, 1 support ticket per issue, okay? All right, so that's number 1. Number 2, in the entire calamity, in this entire rush to get everything launched, okay? It was a rush. DebtBox changed their dates on us, so there was a rush. We accidentally assigned extra licenses to users, okay? There's about 160 people that received extra licenses. Those licenses will be removed this week. So if you purchased 1, but you have 2, you're gonna lose 1. That doesn't mean we're gonna take your token away. That just means from that day forward, your mining production will go to 1. If you purchased 3, but got 5, we're gonna take 2 away. You're gonna stay with the 3 that you paid for. Again, this does not affect everybody. It's less than 160 people in the entire company that have got extra licenses assigned to them, okay? All right. Perfect. Yes, yes. A request from some of my support staff here. Please allow up to 24 hours to respond to any support tickets as well, okay? So do not rush and send extra tickets just because they're not responding to you within an hour. 1 ticket per issue. We will get to it. We will get your issue resolved, okay? All right, so those are the administrative notes. Now, again, I mentioned this during our global call, NatG. NatG is expected to be listed on PancakeSwap within 60 days. Okay, I know I said this already on the global call. I have some people complaining to me that I've already said this on the global call. Guys, there's some people that weren't on the global call. I get these questions asked 1,000 times per day. When is NatG going to be listed? When is NatG going to be listed? I just told you, NatG is expected to be listed on PancakeSwap within the next 60 days. Once it is listed on PancakeSwap, you will see the USD value. 60 days from Monday. 60 days from Monday. $60 days from Monday. All right. Now, what's going on right now? What's going on with NatG right now? Well, right now, NatG is acquiring $5 million in the debt token. This is so the debt token can be paired with the NatG tokens, and this goes to the overall ecosystem. I want you guys to understand the overall ecosystem. The debt token will be the internal currency used for swapping to other currency. Right now, we're using BNB Smart Chain. but long term, we will be on our own debt chain. We will be on our own blockchain, okay? So as projects go, everything goes in phases, or as they call them, in layers in the cryptocurrency realm. Right now, layer one is we're working with Binance Smart Chain. We are getting liquidity, we're getting volume, we're getting use cases, we're getting testimonials. Once the hardware is ready to go and the debt chain is completely built out, the debt token will then become the internal currency for the debt chain ecosystem. Okay. Perfect. All right. So this you guys already know as well. The black gold pricing, $6,000 per license still. And NatG starting May 31st, it'll be $3,000 per license. Okay. Starting May 31st, the end of the month, the new pricing will be $3,000. All right. So those are my administrative notes for this call. What I want to do now is I want to switch over a little bit more of the technical stuff here. The technical stuff meaning the light paper, some of the ins and outs of natural gas, okay? The next thing we'll go over is withdrawals. I have some people asking that already, but I just want to I want to simply mention, you know, that you guys have access to this paper here, okay? You guys have access. I'll send the link in here in the chat. You guys can have it there. There's this PDF. Go over it, read it. There we go. Okay. All right. So if you want to go over some of these things, the biggest thing that I want to go over right now, you guys can read through this entire thing, but I want to focus on this paragraph right here. So translators, if you're looking at this, what I want to do is I want to clarify exactly what it means to be backed by natural gas or backed by oil. I guess the correct terminology is the terminology they use right here in the light paper. The debt project, the natural gas projects, is supported by and linked to physical production and sale of crude oil or natural gas. Okay. Again, natural gas, black gold are supported by and linked to physical production and sale of crude oil or natural gas. Now, these terms, this wording is very important because I've had some people asking me, is it tokenizing a barrel of gas or a barrel of oil? The answer to that question right now at this point is no, okay? But everything comes in layers. So natural gas is linked to and supported by the physical production and sale of natural gas. That means the production company or the exploratory company, the drilling company, whatever term you want to use, is supporting the production and the liquidity, providing the liquidity of the natural gas token. Again, I'll say that again. The natural gas, black gold are linked to, supported by, and linked to the physical production and sale of the actual physical commodity. Now, this is important because we are not tokenizing a barrel of gas. We are not tokenizing a barrel of oil, because in that case, it would become a security investment, which this is not. You are purchasing a software node license where you as the operator receive a digital reward. That digital reward can then go be exchanged for real world value in the form of other cryptocurrencies or even fiat currencies around the world. Okay, so you can go through this paper here. It's here for everybody. Some of the key milestones that we've already achieved: partnered with an exploratory company, located reserve, they've drilled the geochem, and they have active wells. So these are all checks in the boxes. What's coming up? What is the future milestones, the future goals listed on PancakeSwap? Like I said, 60 days from Monday, achieve $5 million in liquidity on the decentralized exchanges. And number 3 is get listed on a centralized exchange. Okay. Those are the milestones. Those are the next things we have to look forward to. Now, tokenomics. People have asked me, okay, Joe, it's supported by, it's backed up by natural gas, or it's backed up by black gold or oil. Great. I want to remind you guys, there's 4 different ways that the tokenomics work, or 4 different elements to the tokenomics. First and foremost, it's the production of the royalties, okay? It is the actual sale of the actual real world natural gas. That becomes the liquidity that we need as node miners. Number 2, the actual NatG software mining license purchases. The license mining purchases go to support the drilling and exploration companies, okay? And it creates and builds out the debt chain and the debt ecosystem. Number 3, the annual halving. The halving is cutting the entire production of the node miners in half. So every single year there will be halving. This is a concept that the blockchain of Bitcoin uses. Every 5 years in Bitcoin, there's a halving. Well, every year in the debt box system, we will have that same concept, a halving, okay? And last but not least, number 4 is the transaction fees. There is a 10% transaction fee on crypto to crypto transactions. So when you withdraw from your piggy bank, there's a 10% fee. When you send it to the exchange, there's a 10% fee. Why is there that 10% fee? Well, that 10% fee gets reallocated to support the ecosystem. 2% gets burned, 4% goes back to the mining pool, and another 4% goes back to the liquidity pool. Now, this also allows us to not have market manipulation, to not have whales come in and try to market make, raise up the price and drop down the price. Because every time they make a transaction, 10% of their holdings is getting eaten up by the ecosystem, by the node miners. So this 10% fee is here to protect you as a node miner, okay? I want to note here that this is not an initial coin offering. This is not an ICO project, okay? The NatG project constitutes a fair launch protocol. That means 100% of the token must be mined, okay? So you guys can go through here. The great thing about this, guys, everything is transparent. If you guys want to learn about the gas production royalties, how it works and what it does, all of that's here. The halving, the transaction fees, everything is detailed here. Everything. Go read the light paper here. Last but not least, the functions of the smart contract, how it works, what it does. This is a little bit more for my developers, for my crypto enthusiasts. All that information is there. And then last but not least, the different addresses that are supported by the project, okay? So the great thing about the blockchain, guys, is everything is transparent. Everything is available on the blockchain. You can see every single transaction. You can see this one was 4 minutes ago, what it was, what block it was in. You can click on the transaction hash and you can see exactly from where it went, what it interacted with, what tokens were transferred. You can see there was, 400,000 tokens of natural gas transferred from here to here, 17,603 transferred from here to here, and so on and so forth, okay? So that was in that block, and obviously you can go into every single one, every single transaction, and see exactly what was transferred. There was 1 million tokens transferred from here to here, 40,000 transferred from here to here, and so on and so forth. So every one of these wallets, you can go and you can take them and you can look at them and you can say exactly where the money's going, where the token's going. Obviously, it takes a little bit of understanding, a little bit of due diligence by your part, right? To go through and understand exactly how to, this is not letting me copy this for some reason. I'd have to type it in. I'm not going to type it in. Great. So there's the wallets, there's the addresses, there's a smart contract, go play around with this. And then last but not least, I kind of want to get into the portal here. So as you guys know, there's a few different ways to be able to log in here. I'm going to log in directly to this profile here. So you can see here in this profile, I have 144 natural gas, I have 1 black gold, and I have 1 debt, okay? So people are asking me, how do you do the withdrawal? It's very simple, guys. So I'm gonna teach you how to do a withdrawal here, okay? Everybody ready? I'll wait for an answer. Let me know if you guys are ready to learn how to do a withdrawal. You guys can't see my screen? Can you guys see my screen? If you guys can see my screen, put me the number 7 in the chat box, please. I don't know if it was one person or, yeah. All right, so if you cannot see my screen, it's on your device. Go ahead and switch over to my screen. All right. All right, so here, what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna come in here, okay? There's a couple things that you need to do first. If you're a first-time user, okay? The first thing you need to do is come into wallets. You're going to locate natural gas, which is this one here. You're going to locate natural gas, okay, right here. You're going to click on this button that says Trust Wallet. We went over this last time, but here are the steps for setting up your Trust Wallet. Step 0, download the Trust Wallet onto your mobile device. Step 1, create your wallet. Step 2, follow the instructions on the Trust Wallet to get set up. Once you're set up, you'll see a screen like this. You'll click on this icon up here to add a custom token. Once you are ready to add a custom token, you will come and you'll scan this QR code with your phone. Okay, once you scan the QR code, everything will auto-populate and you'll see black gold, natural gas, whichever one you're adding in. And step 7, you'll want to receive black gold, okay? So I'm gonna do a couple things here. Once you're set up on Trust Wallet, that's step 1. Set up your Trust Wallet. Connect, add the token to your Trust Wallet. That's step 1. Now to do a withdrawal, it's pretty simple. You come into natural gas or whatever token you're trying to withdraw. And I want you guys to note something here before I go there. Sorry. I want you guys to see my balance here in my wallet. 0.0001. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into natural gas. I can click here or I can click here. I'm going to click here on natural gas. And here is my natural gas balance. As you can see here, I mined yesterday 3.7 million tokens. Today, so far, I've mined 2.8 million tokens. And in my mining balance, I have 64, almost 65 million token. Okay. Really quick, guys, just last confirmation. Can you guys see my screen? If you can see my screen, put me the number 7 in the chat box, please. I have multiple people complaining about the screen visibility. Okay. All right. Looks to me that the screen is clear. People can see it. So we're going to continue. So what I'm going to do, very simple. I'm going to click this big button right here that says withdraw. So difficult. Okay. Again, let me demonstrate. To do a withdrawal, you're going to click this button right here that says withdraw. You're withdrawing from the piggy bank. Okay. The piggy bank is the mining pool. Here, you'll put the amount of token that you want. You can click max if you want it. Okay. And it's going to give me the max number. Here, it would be 56 million tokens. As you can see, it details here. The maximum withdrawal, your balance for 62 million tokens is 56,474,276 because of the 10% transfer fee. Okay. So all you're going to do from here is you're going to input your debt box password. Okay. I'm going to put my finger there and I'm going to click withdraw. Right now, we're withdrawing 56 million token from here. We're going to click withdraw. Success. And you can see here, my mining balance is now at what I've produced for the day. You can see that this current balance is this balance right here. Okay. So from here, I'll go over to my wallets. Your debt box password is the password you set up for your debt box profile. Okay. All right. So now you guys can see here, I have 56 million token. Okay. What I'm going to do here really quickly, guys, is I'm going to stop sharing my computer screen. I'm going to share my phone screen here just for 1 second. So bear with me while I share my phone screen. Great. Not letting me. Give me 1 second here, guys. I gotta, for some reason, my AirPlay is not working. For some reason. Sorry about this, guys. I'm gonna have to log in from my phone, which I was not planning on. So just bear with me for 60 seconds here or so, okay? All right, guys. So I'm from my phone. I'm not sure if you guys can still hear me. Audio. Perfect. All right. Perfect. So you guys should be able to see my screen now, right? All right. Perfect. Perfect. Sorry about that. So Really quickly here, again, what we're going to do is we're going to log into our DebtBox profile here from the mobile device. Again, you can see the 144 NatGs there. I'm going to go over to my wallets here. And here you can see the 56 million in token that I have. Okay. Now, we did not show this step on this call, but this is Trust Wallet. Okay. This is Trust Wallet. I've already added my natural gas in here. So you can see my natural gas is already here. In order to fully withdraw to my Trust Wallet, all I'm going to do is I'm going to click receive here. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go back to DebtBox. I'm going to send this. And here you can put whatever amount you want in. You can send it all. You can send, you know, 1 million. You can send 10 million. For this example, I don't know. I'm just going to do 10 million. Okay. And here, I'm going to put the wallet address in. Okay. And I am going to click password. Last thing I'm going to do really quick, I always like to double check this. 0x500, and then the last three, 37A7. I always just like to double check that there. There it is, 37A7, and I'll click transfer. Success. I'll come over to my Trust Wallet here really quickly. It'll take anywhere between 15 to 30 seconds. But as you can see there, my balance just updated. I now have 19 million NatG. Now, if I wanted to do the same thing, again, for anybody that missed that, I'm going to go click over here. I'm going to click send. I'm going to click max. Now I want to send it all. I'm going to paste my wallet in. Verify the last three, 37A7, 37A7, 37A7. Input my password. Click transfer. Oh, I probably put too much here. Okay, so 51 million. So I'll probably just turn this down a little bit. Let's do this to 200. Leave a little bit of money in there. Okay, let me refresh my screen here. See how much we have left in here. Oh, 45 million, that's why. Send. It hadn't refreshed yet. Paste. Password. Transfer. Transfer complete. Come over to my Trust Wallet. And there we go, 60 million tokens in this wallet, okay? Now, what I usually do is just to get an idea of where it could be, okay, just where it could be. I do a high and a low because right now we don't know the exact dollar. So I would take 60 million and I multiply it by 0.01. That's a penny. That's my target price. That means that 60 million tokens is worth $600,000. Okay. In 3 weeks, $600,000. Now, 60 million token. Let's say it doesn't get up to a penny. Let's say it stays at 0.0025. That's a quarter of a penny. That's $150,000. So there's my low, $150,000. My high, $600,000. Okay. Now, I have some people asking me, once you have it there, how do we get it to our local currency? When the token is listed on PancakeSwap, I will teach you guys how to get it to your local currency. okay? Not until then. Unfortunately, I cannot teach you until it's listed on PancakeSwap or an exchange, okay? So really quickly, how would you add the token to your Trust wallet? It's pretty simple. Once you have your wallet set up, okay, you'll see on the top right corner there, those little two lines right there. You're going to click on that. Then what you're going to want to do is you can start typing in anything that you want, but you can see this button here that says add custom token, okay? From here, you're going to change this to the smart chain. From here, what you're going to do is you're going to go back to natural gas, connect on Trust Wallet, and then you're going to scroll down all the way to this address here. You're going to copy this, paste it here, and you can see it auto populates all of the information, okay? Again, that's just following the exact steps from here, okay? So everything is here, detailed for you step by step, what to do. I don't need to paste the address in the chat box because everybody has this address in their DebtBox profile, okay? Perfect, all right. So those are the two biggest common questions that we got. Again, like I said, the reason we are, how would I say this? The reason we're waiting on the dollar value is because it's not currently listed on the exchange. Once it's listed on the exchange, we will teach you guys how to convert natural gas into USDT or into BTC, into Ethereum, into whatever you want. And then from there, how to take that out to your local currency. Great question. Is any BNB required for gas fee transfer in Trust Wallet? The answer is yes, okay? That's how the entire Binance ecosystem, Trust Wallet is a part of Binance. As you can see here, I have a little bit of Smart Chain and a little bit of BNB, because those are what feed the transactions. Those are what give us, allow us to send the money, okay, or to send the tokens. So great question. I would purchase maybe, $10 to $15 worth of BNB Smart Chain, okay? This one right here, BNB Smart Chain is what feeds the transaction fees. What will be the minimum value of NatG in terms of USD? Again, that's pure speculation. It could be 0.00000000001. That's me being sarcastic, so I can't tell you exactly. It could be 0.01. It could be 0.02. It could be 10 cents. It could be $1. That is pure speculation at this point. Okay. Now, people are asking me, do I recommend sending the tokens to the Trust Wallet? The answer is yes. There are security vulnerabilities, okay? What are the biggest things that hackers look for these days? Cryptocurrency hackers look for these days. They look for individual holders that have lots and lots and lots and lots of money in one wallet, because all they have to do is hack one wallet and they get everything that's in there. So what is a vulnerability of the mining pool? Well, it's exactly that. All the money that you have in this balance right here, where it says mining balance, all of that is sitting inside of the mining pool. That means it's not in your custody. What the reason we want to do withdrawals at least a daily or at least 2 to 3 times a week is because once you have that token in your Trust Wallet, this is now your wallet. Nobody else has access to it. This 60 million token is on my phone, on my wallet with my seed phrases. Somebody could hack your password for your debt profile. Somebody could hack the mining balance. There are security risks. Please do not share your passwords with anybody. Don't share them with your upline. Don't put them in PDFs. Don't send them in emails. Your password and your seed phrases are yours and yours alone. If you give your password to somebody, upline, downline, sideline, corporate, it is a security risk. The mining value, the mining balance tells you how much you've mined, minted that day, okay? In this case, 2,870,000 NatG tokens, okay? You can change the password, but when you change the password, you will reset your mining, your token holdings, okay, to 0, because it creates a new wallet for you. So you'll start mining production from that day forward. What I recommend, if you still have access to your wallet, withdraw the token all the way to your trust wallet, then reset your password. Never, never, never share your password and never share your seed phrase, which are the 12 words that DebtBox give you, Trust Wallet gives you. Never, 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 never. Let me say that again. Never, 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 never share your password or your seed phrase. Translators, please let them know. Never, 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 never. That's how important it is. Share your password or your seed phrase. All right, now switching gears here from natural gas to black gold, because I have some people asking about black gold and I don't want to ignore my black gold people. So if you guys are all aware of what's going on in the markets right now, let me share my screen here. All right. So some people are telling me, oh, the return on black gold is very low. Well, the reason it's very low, the USD return, you're seeing it very low. Before it was at about $30 per day, maybe even $35 per day. But because we are tied to BNB, because we are part of the cryptocurrency market, if you look at what's happened to the cryptocurrency market over the last week or so, it's taken a huge nosedive from 40,000, 45,000 down to 25,000. Right now we're sitting at 29,000. Okay, so that means about a 30% drop. If you look over here, 30% drop, 28% drop in the last month. So that means the USD value as well has diminished by 30 to 40%. Now, that doesn't mean that your mining balance, the mining amount, the token amount that you receive has changed. You will still be mining approximately the same BGLD every single day. The only thing you have to do is hold on to that token and wait for it to go back to a penny, okay? Once you wait for it to go back to a penny, if you take your little calculator out and you do 2,700 times 0.01, that's $27 a day, okay, instead of $13 a day. Now, what's your job as a node holder, as a BGLD holder? Your job is to find the correct exit. What price point do you want to exit at? Yes, as the crypto market starts to recover, USD, BTC, overall, the price of these tokens will increase as well. Okay. All right. So another question I'm getting about the airdrop from BNB, the airdrop from Debtbox. When Debtbox is ready to do that, they will do it. I do not know if it's going to be tomorrow. I do not know if it's going to be next week. I know it will be done soon. Okay. So there was a promotion that Debtbox ran with us. Anybody that had their account created before May 1st was going to get airdrop. That will probably be happening within the next few days. The proprietary blockchain, what we call the debt chain, will be implemented probably within the next 12 months. Your hardware, the hardware for mining will be available within the next probably 90 days or so. You will have to purchase the hardware. It will have a cost of $600. Yes, this is a long-term project. This is a long-term hold. Obviously, I'm going to turn my screen on real quick, put my video on real quick. I don't know if my lights are on. You guys can see me good. All right, so I'm getting a lot of questions here. I just kind of want you guys to see me. As you guys know, in the last 2 years, I probably never worn anything but an IX shirt. But today, I'm happy to tell you that I feel very confident with our partners over at Debtbox. I don't mind putting on the t-shirt, la camiseta, because I really do feel that this is a long-term project. Their vision of creating 10,000 millionaires in the next 18 months. The question I have for you guys is, how many of you guys want to become a cryptocurrency millionaire? I know I did. I still want to, over and over and over and over again. Why? Because cryptocurrency is the largest transfer of wealth in the world. It gives you, it gives me, it gives us the opportunity to take control of our finances. It gives us the opportunity to grow at rates never seen before. 100% growth, 1,000% growth, 10,000% growth. That is the opportunity we have with Debtbox overall, the ecosystem overall. Right now, we're launching NatG, yes. But in 6 months, guess what? We'll launch another project. Guess what? Every single one of you guys will have a testimonial of NatG. What are you going to do? You're going to purchase the new project. You're going to sell the new project because you want to also change people's lives. So I want you guys to understand this. The opportunity we have here is immense. This is just the beginning. I know people are asking the currency value. When can we cash out? When can we do withdrawals? I guarantee you, over the next 60 days, you guys will see the changes. You'll see the milestones achieved. You'll see the roadmap accomplished. And you're going to start to say, wow, I invested in one node. I purchased one node, and I've already made 2 times, 3 times, 4 times what I invested. I'm going to share this with more people, or better yet, I'm going to buy more. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to build a community of cryptocurrency millionaires, 10,000 millionaires in the next 24 months. Guys, what does that mean? What does that mean? How many are we on this call? Right now, we are 2,565 people on this call. 2,565 people on this call. That means every single one of you has an opportunity to become a cryptocurrency millionaire. And you tell me, oh, Joe, but India's charging us 30% tax. They're levying this, they're levying that. Guess what? Who cares? Make more money, pay more taxes, live a better life, do what you're supposed to do it through cryptocurrency, do it through IX, do it through DebtBox. If you're worried about taxes, your mind is in the wrong place. Yes, we have to pay taxes. There's two things certain in this life. Two things: paying taxes and dying. Those two things I can guarantee you you'll have to do in this life. That's a guarantee from me to you. So why stress about it? Why look at the regulations? Why are we looking at the RBI and the central bank and all of these things? Pay your taxes. Make $1 million, pay your taxes. That's all you got to do. All right. Perfect. All right, I'm trying to take a look at the chat here at the same time, so excuse me for my little rant there, and sorry for my to my translators as well. You will be getting an airdrop of the tokens that they mentioned. Those will go out in the next couple of days, next couple of weeks. I don't have control of that, okay? NatG has a light paper. Every single project has a light paper. I think I shared the address with you guys a little bit ago for the link. If not, I'll share it here again. There's the link to the PDF. You guys can check it out. Okay, great question. I'm gonna share my screen one more time here. If I can find my Zoom, I have too many screens here. Okay, I'm gonna show for my BGLD holders. I'm gonna just show, this will be the last thing we cover, guys, because we're going on about an hour here. Let me know, screen visibility good. Number 7 in the chat box for screen visibility. Yes? Perfect. 777777777. Yes. Perfect. All right. So everybody should be able to see my screen. All right. For black gold, it's the same exact process. Same exact process. Click withdraw. Put in the amount. Right there, it's how much I'll pull out in dollars, $337. Input my password. Click withdraw. That means 69,000 tokens was now transferred over. Let me refresh my screen there. Might have gone too fast. There we go. 69,000 tokens are now in my debt wallet, okay? Now, what you want to do, same exact process, send, max. On my phone, if you guys are looking at me. All right, look at my phone here. I have 4.5 million black gold tokens. I'm going to click on receive. I'm going to get the address there. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to paste it. I'm going to verify it, 37A7. I'm going to put my password in. I'm going to click transfer. There's a problem. This is a great example. I need to have Binance Smart Chain here. I don't have enough. I don't have enough to cover the gas fees. So what am I going to do? I'm going to receive. This is a great example, guys, here. Pay attention to this. I'm going to send from my wallet, Binance Smart Chain, a little bit of BNB. So I'm going to click send here. I'm going to pull out the little QR reader. I'm going to scan, and I'm going to send 0.10 Binance Smart Chain 0.10 confirm. That's going to take a few seconds here. You don't need a lot of BNB, but you do need a little bit, okay? You don't need a lot of BNB, but you do need a little bit. So here, I just transferred to this wallet. There it is, 0.10, $29. Now, I can make my transfer. Again, same process, black gold, receive, copy, paste my wallet. If you guys don't have a Mac, if you don't have an Apple computer, go buy a Mac. Best investment of your life. iPhone, Mac. Sorry, I'm plugging Apple here. Transfer. And here you can see transfer successful. You'll see my balance update there. Now I have 4.6 million token. Okay. Now, what do I do from here? You'll see this little pancake swap button here. You'll click on pancake swap. Here is where you can see the prices. Here's where you can trade into another currency, another cryptocurrency. So first thing you're going to want to do is connect your wallet. You're going to use Wallet Connect, this option here. As you can see, it already automatically. Ooh, are you guys not seeing my screen? All right, thank you guys. Okay, going back here. Now you guys can see my screen? Can you guys see debt box? No, wrong one. I have too many screens. Sorry. All right, now can you see my screen? All right, perfect. Sorry about that, guys. So here on Black Gold, you'll see it has this icon that says available on PancakeSwap. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to click on it. Here is where you'll be able to see the prices. Real quick, can you still see my screen? PancakeSwap. Yes, perfect. All right. So here you can go over to the price. You can see the chart. You can see the data. Okay, the up and down of the volatility. You can see the liquidity. You can see the volume. Okay. And again, like what I was saying, you can up here in the top, you can click Connect Wallet. You're going to use Wallet Connect. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect my wallet real quick so you guys can see what the process looks like. So again, you're going to click Wallet. You're going to click Wallet Connect. This is the option you want to use. Why? If you look at me on the, you'll see on the Trust Wallet, they use Wallet Connect. You click Wallet Connect, you'll get a QR code. I'm going to click on my Trust Wallet to get my little QR code reader. It asks me if I want to connect. And I'm now connected. You can see my wallet address there, 37A7. Okay. And here I can now click Trade. Okay, that's the 24-hour. There's a weekly price data, so you can see all that information there. So here, what you're going to do is you can change this to BNB. You can change it to USDT. You can change it to BUSD. You can change it to a BTC token, Ethereum token, whatever you want. Okay. Okay, so what we're going to do is click on USDT because we want to change it to USDT. You can see it's pulling my balance already, 4.6 million tokens. Remember, I showed you that amount on my wallet. If I wanted to pull out the max of that, right now at today's value, that would be $22,950 in USDT. Okay, all I would do from there is click swap, and it'll exchange it in my Trust Wallet from Black Gold to USDT. I currently do not want to change it. I'm not going to swap it. Okay. Why? Well, I guess I can swap a little bit. Let me do a little bit just so we can do this example. I don't know, let's do $500. Let's say I want 500 USD here. So that means it's going to take from me 98,000 token. Okay. And that's going to give me 400. Wait, let me see. I just want to make sure this is right. Okay. Here it'll give me a confirmation screen. 98,000 for 949 black gold for 500. Again, it's updating the price, and I click confirm. Here on my phone, it's going to ask me if I want to confirm. Submitted, closed, and you guys can see in my wallet, I now have less token. It deducted my black gold token. Let me see here. Okay, so I'm sharing my screen here again, just really quickly on my phone. So it deducted my black gold. Okay, now I have 4.5. And here, my tether, there it is, just updated to $1,500. My USDT actually went into here. Where did it go into? I guess it went into here, right? So again, that's a pretty simple. If you guys want to see that process again, I'll just do one more transaction. I'm going to do, as you guys can see, I have $1,564 in there. Let's say I want another $500, okay? I'm going to click swap. I'm doing this on my computer, so you guys are just going to see my phone now. I'm going to click confirm. Here it gives me the confirmation. Okay, I'm going to click confirm on my Trust wallet there. Transaction submitted. As you can see, it's transaction. It has a little red icon there. And look at the wallet balance, $1,563.80. Let's give it a second or so. There it is, $2,063. I went from having 1,200 to having 1,700 USDT. Then from there, I can transfer this Binance over to my Binance, transfer my USDT over to my Binance and into my bank account. Okay. That's it, guys. That's exactly how it works. So appreciate your time, guys. Translators, thank you so much. Sorry if that was a headache for you guys. The last thing I'll say before we go, guys, keep the vision in mind. 10,000 millionaires in the next 18 to 24 months. Crypto millionaires. I want to make sure I use that phrase right. The next 18 months, 10,000 crypto millionaires. The question is, do you want to be one of them? Thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next week. Next week, I'll have Jason and Jake on, so they'll be on. You can ask more technical questions at that point. But thank you guys so much.